Now, as you guys can see, we are off the grid kind of people at Headlight Revolution. It is our goal to find the best lighting for anything that you guys drive. Here's the thing we don't talk about very often, and that is RVs, campers, things that you actually do outside in the woods where there's no ambient light. So I just wanted to discuss with you guys really quick what I would recommend from Headlight Revolution as far as lighting goes on something like an RV. Let's first talk about the aesthetic upgrade, the elephant in the room, all of the color changing underneath this RV. Now this is obviously not very usable light output, but it is pretty cool. And if you are gonna be taking a camper like this that's super tall, you are in the woods, you probably have an overlanding rig, say a 4Runner, like the owner of this one does. And he does have rock lights, so if you wanted to, you could get rock lights that you would normally put on a vehicle on your RV. And if you're sitting around, you're having burgers and brats with your buddies, you can show it off. You can have all the colors you can think of. There's an app or a Bluetooth controller that you can use from Morimoto. I'll post all of the links to all of these lights in the description below. You'll be able to control it however you want. So if you just want one solid color, it's totally possible. And then also the mounting of this is so easy on an RV. You can use magnet mounts like this. I'll just unscrew it for you and you can see this. Check that out. This magnet mount is actually very, very strong. I've never had an issue with it if I'm using just the magnet. There are two little spots here and here if you wanted to also use some self-tapping screws or something to mount it underneath here. That's if you're going overlanding for real with your RV. But this thing's so strong, like I'm saying, you can just mount it right there and it's stuck. Now all you gotta do is try to mount all of the wiring and hide it to the best of your ability. In my opinion, this is such an easy upgrade. It does take a little bit of time to tuck the wiring if you want to do a good job on that, but it's so easy to route it up near your battery, connect your Bluetooth controller, and you're good to go. If you're familiar with our channel at all, you know what that is right there. That is an off-road pod light, generally used if you're going off-roading and you need plenty of light way down in front of you. But something we don't talk about too often is the flood lens, the flood beam pattern. That is such a useful light output. As you can see, I'm being illuminated by that right there, and that's a Morimoto 2-banger off-road pod light. We use these things on our own vehicles, and we use them on our RVs, even our boats, and everything. Everybody that works here at Headlight Revolution uses these off-road pod lights for more than just mounting on a vehicle. The off-road pod lights are so universal, and if you're gonna put them way up there, we do have extra extension harnesses, so you don't have to do no cutting and splicing and soldering. It's the last thing you would want anyways. But let's say it's late at night and you're cooking burgers, what you want is some good lighting, and you're obviously not going to have this fake studio lighting to illuminate the area. So this right here, I highly recommend it, and if you need a little bit more punch, we do have a flood beam pattern for the 4-banger, which is a little bit brighter than that. What really encouraged us to put aftermarket lighting for a vehicle on an RV was this. So this right here was his original outdoor lighting. And in my opinion, a strip light's going to burn out because they generally do, but it's also not nearly as bright as I would like. We want more ambient light out here. When we're out filming or if we're just playing around and we're out camping, we do need more light pushing out a little bit of ways. We are gonna have a campfire out here, but we're also gonna be cooking over there. So in my opinion, this is just not good enough. And that's the whole reason we did the Morimoto 2-bangers. Now, obviously, if you're going to mount this kind of lighting, it's going to come to a big wiring harness with a relay on it. It's no big deal. You can mount it right next to the batteries, wherever those are on your RV. Now, this is a universal product, which means that you're going to run this however you'd like. And as you can see, I have yet to run this into the RV. There's a little metal ring on it. You can take that off. You can unplug this, drill a hole, put this through, and you're good to go. But at the moment, I have it just mounted right here. If it was me, I'd probably mount this really close to the door over there. As soon as you're getting in, you can reach around, push the button, and then you can have your exterior lighting illuminating your area. Now, this one is to control the rock light kit. This is a Morimoto rock light kit. As you can see, you can turn it off. You're not gonna drain your battery. You can turn it back on, and then you can use your app to then control all of the settings underneath there. It might only be February, and we're just getting really antsy to take our RVs and our boats out. Doesn't mean we can't just cook some burgers and brats in a studio. What are we cooking, Joe?
Burgers.
Burgers. So he's asking me to smell it real quick.
Smells like belly button.
Wahlburgers, not a sponsor yet. By far the best burgers I'll ever have. To be honest, we're making these videos because this is real. This is what we do every single day. We use lighting. We've got a whole warehouse of it. We find what's best. Once we find what's best, we put it on our own vehicles and encourage all of you guys to also put it on yours. Just type in your year, make, and model, and we'll show you guys everything that we've tested specific to your vehicle.